Kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Libra. This is Lesley Ormsby, and I'm a psychic medium, a healer, a teacher of spiritual and mystical things, and so much more. So, anyway, welcome to my channel, like I say. So there was something actually, because this is take two, and for me today, and it's about, and why it's take two is because my camera was like not adjusted in the right angle, and I cut my head, part of my head off, and I looked up and I thought, oh, it's not like me to do that. So I felt like I was going to carry on with it, and I thought, no, I'm going to start that again. So, start again and retake of that. And so this is it. And part of it was the messages for there is maybe you have cut yourself short somewhere along the line, okay? And it may be to do with, because it was, obviously it's from here, it's like you may be like cutting off your spiritual side or your third eye side, or you may be like parking it away where you're not seeing, not utilizing that side of you, or blending it in with you in your, in your everyday life. So, when we, spiritual doesn't mean like we have to be just that energy. So, because we have our physical, our, and our spirit and our soul body, but always, and then the mental, emotional side of us, that it's about blending it all together. So some of us, in the logical side as well, it's like finding that blend of energy there. So I've just got something in my eye there. So there's something going on that maybe like you maybe on saying that, because I noticed myself blinking, is, there may be something going on with you on the emotional side as well, which is what is creating this, not allowing yourself to utilize all areas of you, the mind, body, spirit, and the soul side, and blending it together. So there may be a little bit of an imbalance there, okay? So anyway, I need to go back to my usual spiel, and just to allow those of you who are new to my channel, and how this kind of works for me, and you as well, in what's in my introduction side of things. So going back to this. So anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel, and I just want to say thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my channel, and if you've also followed and liked me on my Facebook page as well. And I encourage you to do both, because I have different content going on different social media platforms, and I'm also encourage you to follow me on Instagram as well. So where there's new things coming up there of what I'm going to be doing and where I'm going to be and that sort of thing in the near future, and also in the distant future. Okay, so the other thing is, I just want to remind everybody that these videos are general. So if it's not gonna, I'm not gonna be able to do, it's not gonna fit everybody, so I'm not gonna be able to reach everybody because we've all got slightly different things, or very different things going on in our lives. So this is for Libra, and whether you're watching for Libra, which could be in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign for you. So what I mean by that, it's, it may be your sun is, or your star sign, as most, commonly known as, or your moon sign, or your rising sign, which is like your soul sign, because the moon's about emotions, and or Venus sign, which is of course around about love sign. So so there's going to be probably a blend, or of things, messages that come through. And which is why, I always say that it's not going to, resonate with everybody. So just take what does resonate with you, and leave the rest. If you don't, and I advise you also to check out one of your, or your other signs as well that you are linked to. When what I mean by that is like what I mentioned before about the checking out your other signs, and what I meant by that is like, when I mentioned before about, this is for either if you're watching for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, there is a link in the description box below that will take you to a website that has a free calculator on it, and that will work it out for you. So all you have to do is enter your birth date details, and also the time of your birth, if you know it. If you don't know it, that's fine. It's not you don't necessarily need that, so it will work out something that is pretty cool. So read about that and see how you're linked to these other different planetary exercises, planets, but also astrology signs that are linked to you. Okay, it's quite amazing when you go in there and you have a look at it. So today, I'm going to be using my trusty tarot deck, but also the Sacred Earth Oracle deck as well. And I'm also going to maybe bring in my new deck, the Rider-Waite deck. So we'll see. It hasn't fully wanted to merge into these at the moment, so we'll see what goes on for you. So anyway, Libra. So let's see what's going on here. So I'm going to start off with a tarot deck today. My energy is with you is pretty calm when I'm feeling with you as I prepare, like with every session I do with every, and especially at the beginning of the day. And I do feel like there's something about you preparing with me talking about this is preparation, maybe preparing yourself a little bit earlier, or maybe which means what I'm hearing, like some of you maybe need to get up a little bit earlier, and to do some, to follow through with some commitments that you've made for yourself. It may be that it's like you're going to have to adjust your plan, so it may for the end of the day. It may be it's like getting out of your head space to making some changes that that are coming up for you. For us here in New Zealand, we are coming into spring, so the energy is changing a bit. There's a lot of newness with with spring coming out, and the weather's becoming a little bit warmer, although it's been quite wet in these last couple of days. But it's just like your energy, the energy is changing, and with the seasons, and no matter where you are in the world, there is something changing. So whether you're going into spring, or whether you're going into summer or winter, or autumn, whatever it is, it's like embrace the change. But it's these cycles that the universe, that the moon, our nature has for us, is there for a reason, to help us to shift through things, to release, to lift our energy. So it's like when it's time to release and relax and reset, or even not even reset, it's some of it is reset for some of us in certain areas, but it's for you, it's just setting some goals. It may be a setting thing for a lot of you as well. So in moving into a new phase of your life, whether it be mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, or soulfully. Okay, so anyway, nothing's come out, which is why I'm keeping on babbling on here with and connecting with your sign, Libra. So there's definitely a lot of air energy around, of course, with you being air, but it's kind of, I feel like, fairly relaxed, but it maybe you're of two minds of where you're going or what you're doing, or something like that in your life. So anyway, these three cards have fallen out, and I'm just looking at these, and they've fallen out in reverse. So there's the Five of Wands. So there's some struggle and frustration with you with the Five of Wands, and I feel like that is around you, but there's maybe, and for some of you it is to do with you, but it's your stuff about something that's going on around you, but also within, and how you're going to work through that, or how you're going to push past it, whatever phrase or the way you word it for you. So where they're going, and it's all because I feel like this struggle and frustration is outside of you, but like I say, it's how you do it. But in some of you have accidentally got caught up in it, so which is in reverse as well, the Nine of Swords. So there's something going on with you Libra, because I feel like that's you, that's about unfounded fears and thoughts, and that and night thoughts and nightmares, because that's what the Swords is about. It's about our thoughts, it's about our communicating our ideas, it's but with words and actions, and with life challenges that are around us, but it's also about making some decisions and asserting your power within those decisions. So that's kind of where I feel like some of yous are, and it could be to do with relationships that are or people that are either in your family or whānau orientated area, community, or your, the community that you live in, where something is not quite sitting right, and it's about you wanting to express yourself and figure out some stuff and how it fits in with you, and also how you can make, but people may be going, maybe a little bit of a battle getting across your ideas and your thoughts with that one. So, but I feel like there's other people's thoughts that you're thinking about with that. There's also this Five of Pentacles there with the loss of wealth or faith. So whatever it is that's going on with some of you, there's something about you being in the middle of it, because these three cards come out, and it's like you are in the middle of it, which means to me, for me being up to what I said earlier, it's about, it's not necessarily your stuff, but you've ended up being like in the middle of it. So it's like, I'm going to turn that around the right way, okay, up the right way. So that seems to be the theme that's come out for this week. Libra. So, so I just wanted to remind you, while it's just popped in my mind, is these are, it is the 26th of August, 2020. So, this is for your weekly read for them. So, once again, the Temperance. So, there's something about balance, and with the Eight of Pentacles, about learning something new as well. So, and it's kind of like, and there's a pause. Okay, when I pause there, I notice myself, there's a long pause there. So it's like you've maybe parked up something and you've not really got back. And so when I say a long pause, it's like this is a long pause. And it's maybe like, because I just want to fluff around with my eye again, and it's like something, it's like you're not seeing, or you're not allowing yourself to see, and it's like clearing your eyes, okay, or fixing up whatever's not right about what is on your emotional side. Is why is it that you're not, and what is that connection with? Because that's something it's about cooperation and sharing and balance. There's something maybe that's come up for you about cooperating, sharing, and finding a balance as to how that's going to come out or work for you. There is the Eight of Pentacles as well, is learning new skills. So it is around about you learning new skills, because I feel like some of us use it maybe like taking it out of, you may be getting taken out of your comfort zone. So then we have the Magician here. So the Magician, okay. Now he's thinking in something new, but and opportunities and talents. But I'm hearing he's thinking like you're thinking about things, because this is the Magician in you. It's like bringing that energy out and making yourself being available for opportunities that are coming up. And it doesn't and I'm hearing for new things, new ideas are coming, new ideas are coming up. And I feel like there's some of these ideas, when I say new, are not necessarily brand new, but they're new old ideas. It's like new that it's come in the sense that it's come up again now. So it's like a new idea and a new energy, but it's like you may be parking it up and waiting for the right information to come up, or waiting for some information to come to give you some clues about, okay, what's the next step. But I feel like in the background of that spirit have actually been giving you some information. You've just not taken it, and because you've not accepted it, or you've not seen it as information to or to move, in one way or another, because you're thinking more in your logic mind, okay? So there's some action and excitement there with the Wands as well. So I feel like you've put yourself out there, or for some of yous, with this first row here, I've got 3 rows here that I'm working with, and 3 rows that I'm going to be working with today, or this week. 3 sets and 3 rows. Okay. 3 rows across, 3 lines and 3 rows. Okay. It's interesting, because there's something about 3 at the moment. It's something that keeps coming up with you with the number 3. So it's 3, 3, 3, 3, or 3 by 3, or or 3 times, 3 by 3, 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, or something to do with 3s anyway, that may be like around you. So, and I'm hearing that angels are connected with that, or there's some angelic sort of intervention there that you've been asking for, and they say that they've been there, or they are there. It's just like you haven't probably, like I say, you've not, they've been like giving you some encouragement, or or some ideas, or some thoughts, or some intuitive feelings to go this way, and you've kind of gone a part way, but you've come back to what you know, which is okay. It's like they're just helping you to work past or walk through that barrier that you've put up for yourself. Okay, so then we have that action and excitement. So some of you are actually putting out some energy there, and to create some action and excitement for yourself. I feel like that's partly for some of you is what is required for you to do. It's like setting some new goals, putting out your dream, your vision board, and asking yourself, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to be? What is it that I want to give? What is it that I want to, be, do, and have in my life? What I want to have in my life. But it's also, I'm hearing is like the question of who, who, it's going to bring it back to you. It's kind of like there's a shift in the energy is who do I want to be? Who do I want to do things as? Who do I want to do? Who do I want to give? And who do I want to have in my life? So when I say do, is who do I want to do things in my life? So there's something, that's kind of been added on, or there's a shift in the energy for you now, taking it on another level. Okay, so that's interesting. And then putting it out, because you see the bow there with the wands, or the staffs with the, the wands. I'm calling them wands. It's like putting out those energies. So I'm drawn to the Chariot. There's this one here. I'm just holding on to it, and there's something there that I've been taking a notice. The Chariot's there, so it's like finding some balance. It's there's some sort of imbalance with you now in the path that you're choosing to take or want to take. So I'm hearing like there's or the path that you're on. It's like maybe something is like going this way or that way, and you're maybe feeling drawn to go that way or that way, and not the way where you are actually on now. But I kind of do feel like whatever it is, there may be two things. I'm drawn to two things, because as that you're maybe looking at on the side there, but to where you are right now, that are actually literally on the side. So it's information for you to if you go that way, to learn to bring back. Even if you go that way, to learn to bring back on this path. It's like there are many journeys in our life that to bring us back onto the path that we have chosen, or has been chosen for us, if you want to look at it that way. But generally we choose it ourselves, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, in the background there. But see, look, the daydreams, it's like this has come after the Eight of Wands. So this is this action, taking action with passion, with and motivating yourself. So there's some sort of, you're gaining momentum, or there's a gaining of momentum that the energy or Libra is pushing you towards, or guiding you towards, to create what it is that you do want to do, be, have, give, and in your life, as well as who you want to do, be, have, and give in your life as well. So it's like, but you're not going to be able to achieve it if you're going to be sitting on the bench, okay, all the time. So there's that sort of energy there. And I know sometimes when we're in daydreams, it's like we are sitting on the bench or lying in bed, and it's, and we are dreaming literally. But this is kind of, I feel like this is something where you're putting it out there, but it's about taking action, okay, as well. And not letting your emotions and, your feelings of the past get in the way of the future, okay? Oops, shivers. So I'm just going to go with these three here, these four. So yeah, so there's definitely a need to decide because there is something to do with the Seven of Pentacles there. So there is that side there where something is abundant and something is, something new is coming up. So it's about, and it could be to do with some of you about energy-wise, but I feel like for most of you, it'll be to do with finances. And so something is working already, and there's something new coming up. And so there's this toing and froing, which is why the Chariot come up about which way you're going to go. But there's been some recuperation and some convalescence with the Three of Swords, okay, there. The Four of Swords. So it's like you've taken some time, or you may need to take some time to maybe have a wee think about it, not overthink about it, because the Page of Wands is here and he brings some more ideas, some new ideas for you to consider about how to blend these creative ideas and these energies together with what you already do know. Okay, so there's that sort of thing there, and it may not necessarily be that you have to give up whatever it else is working right now. It could be an extension of that, or something that plus something else. So it's like, you know, I'm hearing like at the moment it may be for some of you it's not about giving up your day job, but it's about working on something, on a project, or this new thing that's going to bring new ideas, and it's going to bring some income in or money, and you know, increase your finances, or your abundance and prosperity and abundance. But it's in others, you know, but it's, you know, it's coming. But for others of you, it may be that you're going to skip out of something that is already working, and to create something brand new, or be in something brand new. So, but it's, or something very different. And others of you, I feel like there's this feeling of, how are we explaining that, Spirit? So, this feeling of, okay, that's like something on the side, okay, that is like, you know, that and something else. So it's like another business or another venture on top of that. So it's like you may be leaving something more so to management, someone else managing it or working it, and you're overseeing it more, or this, whatever this job is. It's like, but it's like you'll come back onto this main path for some of yous, okay. But it's about bringing in this joy and optimism, clarity of vision as well, or going into that space. And because I feel like some of you do, it is there, but you're just not acknowledging it, because it's like you've gone in your mind and the logic side as well. So it's like the sun is there to tell you, you know, that there's something moving there for you, okay? You just got to get out of your head. Okay, and then we have the Star and the Four of Cups. So there's something, and they're in reverse. So the Four of Cups is about discontent. So there's something that I feel like you're buying into somebody else's discontent about what you're thinking of doing or what you're planning of doing. That's right there for you. So I'm going to turn it around and put it that way, because it's like it's partially become your problem in a way, but it's like they're being influenced by others' thoughts. And feelings about, you know, what you should or shouldn't do, and blah blah blah. So it's kind of like, and you know, I get that. And then we have hope and inspiration, but they're bringing that with you, okay? So she's bringing that star. The star card is with you, so it's keeping up that's, you know, being in that space. It's all a learning curve. You know, to help us to figure out what it is that we need to do for ourselves, to move past things, to, you know, see things at the bigger picture of things, and all that sort of thing. So it's because there's something I'm hearing, that I'm seeing, and that is there. It's about like that sense of crying over spilt milk as well. But there's also, you know, that you're not, or something, you know, that's something that's there, but you're not seeing it, and it's like blah blah blah. So you're going into maybe that space, but it's like, you know, the star card has come in to help bring that, but it's like you're not seeing that even. Yeah, so it's switching it around, okay, into the positive side. Because then we have the, you know, the Ace of Pentacles. So when we shift our energy, or when you shift your energy, it's like you start to see something happening. So there's a gift or a financial opportunity that comes there with the Ace of Pentacles there. So, and it may be energy-wise, and not necessarily just the financial side, but I feel like it's both. Okay, so it's interesting because with that leap of faith, we have the Fool now, and I talked about the leap of faith. We have the Fool there, so it's like taking that leap of faith into doing something, but it's like being, I'm just feeling like being mindful about what it is. You know, there are some things in there that maybe you, along the way, as you take that leap of faith, to be mindful or be careful where you're stepping, okay? Because it's like, I'm just being drawn to this. And because, and you know, normally I don't always say that, but because the Three of Pentacles has come in and there's an initial completion of work there, it's in reverse. So it may be, this is maybe what's going going on in your mind, but I'm going to turn that around. But it's being aware and mindful about where you step, how you step. So that's what I feel like they're talking about there with this one, even with the Three of Pentacles being in reverse there, and with the Fool being, you know, taking that leap of faith. Yes, it's kind of like, and if you do take it, you know, like there's something coming in there, but it's like getting out of your head so you don't self-sabotage it. Okay, but it's about being mindful as well about taking that leap of faith when you do take it, or if you do take it. Either way, that's your choice, because we have free will. But I'm just feeling, you know, there is an urge, you know, to change, which overcomes the fear involved. So it's like, but there is maybe some pitfalls in there. But I'm just feeling like, you know, because this is, you know, there's there's an initial completion of work. It's like something gets going, but it's getting your head. It's being getting your head in the right space to when you do take it. Okay, it's like, yeah, in the right space, your energy in the right space. So it's almost so so this becomes, you know, more positive. So it's switching it in the positive. That's what I'm hearing there, and I feel like that's what people. We're going back to this is what people might be thinking. You're going back to that's your stuff there. It's thinking that you won't do it or you can't do it because it's their thoughts, obviously. But it's kind of like, and sometimes we can get influenced by that and not take that leap of faith or take that, you know, that next step. So it comes back to you really, and it's like getting your head in the right space about whether you're going to do it or not. There, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I get that. When we're doing something new, it can, you know, it kind of like frightens other people more than ourselves, and then it's like you go into that self-doubt sort of place, and it's like, what? And it's like, no. And so it's like, I feel like that's just getting your head around it when you do, as you do, is make sure you're doing it for all the right reasons for you, and that you've got your little plan or your big plan that you've got in your mind about how to get around that. That might be you, but it's definitely something is there. It's like the energy is there, but it's like, so like I say, we've turned that around. So something is working. Something, and it will work. It's just like, it's, you know, will pan out. But it's not going to work if our head's saying it's not going to work. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like going with that. That's why they want to turn around. Oh, productivity. Cool. Awesome. So there's something, you know, this is about productivity. It's being productive, and seeing it as being productive, doing things that are productive to getting your head in the right space, your energy, your fitness, or your health and your well-being. You know, like I say, your mind frame. They keep going back to that, and it's because it's like there's something about, you know, that whole, you know, the wholeness. You know, bringing that in about getting yourself or being in that space of that, you know, the whole kit and caboodle, basically, of being in that space to like mind, body, spirit, soul. I'm going to soul and balancing it. So, you know, where are they going? Energetically. It's just quiet because it's like, okay, so I'm hearing something about being, you know, going into that space of meditation, quieting yourself, quieting like yourself, when not just your mind, but when our mind becomes, when we quiet our mind, you know, our mind is very, very powerful, where our body starts to quiet as well, and we be still. So it's going into that space to like still your body, still your mind, body, spirit, and soul too, like, so you can hear, feel, all your senses, and know, you know, what it is that you really want to do, and go into that space. Okay, anyway, I'm going to leave that with you, with love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, prosperity, and abundance. Okay, and we leave you with that, and I leave you that with my my spiritual team, the Zion energy, and your beautiful Libra energy. We leave that with you. Okay, for now. We'll see you next Wednesday. Okay, bye for now.